Well, start for the class today. What we're going to be doing today is we're going to be talking about finding yourself in the spirit world. I'm going to give you some of the tools, situations you can use to find yourself walking in the spirit world, having that.
You can turn the TV down a little bit so I can look at this.
Well, I'm going to have that connection of the vibration in the spirit world. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about a lot about how to communicate with spirit, the vibration with that. What I would start with, I actually explain to people, your guides are connected to you, whether it's 10, you have 10 to 15 guides that follow you, 10 to 15 guides follow you in this lifetime. So you don't need all your guides all the time. So the question here is finding that connection to your higher self and is speaking to your guides and going, if there's something that I need to look at or put in motion or do at this point in my life, please show me. Or allow your guides to go out and try to find it for you. They don't have to encircle you all the time. But allow yourself to be able to let your guides go. They can go help other people. They can go help you get yourself to where you need to be. They can do all this work for you. They don't need to be encircling your vibration constantly. So don't feel like you're saying, all those, are we allowed to do that? Yes, you are. You're allowed to allow your guides to go. By sitting quiet in your space or your vibrational space, now you can think on all kinds of things and all kinds of vibrations and all kinds of things. But when you're sitting in your own personal space, concentrate on being part of the vibration. Concentrate on being part and walking in the spirit world. Concentrate on that. Concentrate on being there in the spirit world. Kind of visualize where your guides want you. When I do meditation in my class, I take you back. What I have you do is I have you get quiet. Breathe for a few moments. Breathe your energy field into your vibration. Then what I do is I have you breathe as if you're breathing through your third eye, through this top part here, like you're breathing air through it, down into your lungs, holding it and breathing it out. And have you get that little rep thing going with your vibration. And then I start having you count yourself down, right? Count you down. Count you down through your life, through your vibration, until you eventually get out of your being. Back before you entered this earth plane, back before you entered this space. And what do you see when you first see that? So kind of envision yourself walking back towards the spirit world. I don't care if I'm 70, so I don't care if you're younger, if you're older, just see yourself going back through birth and visualize yourself as a teenager, visualize yourself as a small child, visualize yourself as a baby, visualize yourself in the other world. You can do that, and that works really well. If you have concentrating on that situation, it'll put you in the spirit world. It'll put you where you came from before you entered here, before you entered this vibration. When I speak about guides, and I had a class that people said, well, why do we need guides? I still have a strong expression in my life that I think your guides are you. Let's say in a past lifetime, your name was Douglas. And in that lifetime, you did quite a few things. You had dark brown hair. You were about 30 years old, vibration with you, and your name was Douglas. Then a medium in this present day looks at you and says, I have a guide here. His name is Douglas. Now, I kind of expressed that sometimes in our lives, our past lives, our incarnations, where we came from, filter into this lifetime. The knowledge from that lifetime, the knowledge from that lifetime, that incarnation affects us in this lifetime. So a guide or our personal being that went through that lifetime will appear as a guide in this one. So it is you. It is you being you. So I have a strong impression that I think we're assigned some people to look after us, to help, to encourage us. But on the other hand, I think we're assigned people that are us, that were incorporated within our being long before we got here. They were us in a past life, an incarnation, a lifetime, many lifetimes ago. So when we start talking to our guides, act as if you're talking to yourself, to your higher consciousness, your higher vibration. Visualize something in the spirit world. Where do you want to go? Where do you want to be in the spirit world? Trips into the tulips through the spirit world and run as fast as you can, but where do you want to envision yourself in the spirit world? Whether it's for prosperity, whether it's for relationships, whether it's for health, where do you want to visualize yourself there? Where would you like your guides to take you? But a lot of the times we do meditations, we do connections to the spirit world, and we just stand at the doorway. We don't move through, we don't move there, we don't go. We have no idea of where we're going. But you have to think about it. You have to place that in motion where you want to be. If I want to be somewhere at Monocaustic Records, I picture a house and I visualize the house with my records in it. Then I enter the home. I enter this space. I enter this space where my records are kept. If I want to visit with my father, want to visit with my brother who's passed to spirit, I go visualize them outside the city. Because I've learned many times in my life that I am not allowed to go in the city yet because I'm still alive. I can visualize and be meeting them outside the city, but I cannot venture into the city while I am still alive. So I can see the cities, I can see the vibration of the cities from where I'm at, but I cannot venture in. So get a picture in your mind of where you personally feel like you need to be. Where do you want to be? What do you want to accomplish in your meditation, in your visit to the spirit world? That still constitutes the situation of when you're sleeping, when you're dreaming, when you're having your dream state, when you're having that connection to your dream vibration, your dream state. Where are you? Where are you in your vibration within your life? Where are you in that connection, that vibration? Where are you connected to? Where are you in that vibration? So, where are you in that connection? So a lot of this is that connection to spirit, that connection to understanding spirit, understanding the vibration of spirit. See, we walk in this lifetime, we enter this earth plane. That's 10 to 15 guides, 10 to 15 guides that follow us, 10 to 15 guides that follow us. Put the vibration in that and have everything put in the vibration around us. Where do you want to see? Because when you enter this earth plane, you're in a position in your life to put you to where you need to be. You have those 10 to 15 guides that follow us, that connect to us through the spirit world. We also have guardian angels, guides, people, situations that follow us through the spirit world. So we have all that going on around us, plus our higher self, our past lives, our incarnations, our vibration we collected from past lives, incarnations, follow us also as part of us. So as we move in this lifetime, we have all this going on like a picture show going on around us of guides, past lives, incarnations, life lessons and situations within this lifetime. As we move through this lifetime, it's how we envision the journey. It's how we envision our guides, how we envision the journey. And we have to ask ourselves, are we where we need to be? Are we there? Are we there? And sometimes we can't answer that question precisely in our lives to say, oh my God, I think we're there. I don't think in this lifetime we ever quite get there. We get close, we get moving in that direction, we move in that area of vibration, but we don't quite get there until we absolutely need it, or it's something that we just kind of fall into. best meditations I've ever had in my life has been when I was tired, exhausted. And I went into meditation. It was the best meditations I've ever had because I didn't hold any barriers up. I just let go. I was just exhausted. And the best meditation I had was in those moments when I was exhausted. I had let down my barriers in my life and I got to go. So I've learned to clear the mind, clear the vibration, breathe through your third eye, allow the energy, the vibration to move into that energy field, that situation within your being. Allow your vibration to do that. Allow your connection to do that. Everything around spirit, everything around that connection to spirit, that connection to the vibration of spirit, you have to ask yourself, what do you personally need? What do you connect to in that vibration? What do you connect to? Where are you? When we did spiritualism, when I first started class out here, first started class in Msc.D many years ago, it was this whole connection of the vibration of where are you? Where are you? That was one of our subject titles. And that signifies where are you on the path? Where are you on your journey, on your spiritual journey? You could be at the beginning. You could be at the end. Where are you on your spiritual journey? So you have to ask yourself, where are you? And then figure out where you are at that point, what you physically and spiritually can personally accept. What can you personally accept in your life? That's a key with mediumship. If you don't want to see spirit, I've had people in my vibration go, oh no, I don't want to see dead people. Do you want me to meditate and see dead people? No, I can't do that. Well, you're probably not going to see people that are in the spirit world. Oh, I don't want to see that. Oh, I don't want to visualize that. You're probably not going to be able to see that unless you actually place yourself in that motion. Oh, I don't know if I could do that. So you have to be able to be on the page with your guides to see, place yourself in the spirit world. You got to first believe there is a spirit world. First believe that we are part of the spirit world. You got to believe that we're part of that spiritual world. We are just moving through this lifetime, that the spirit is in a blink of an eye, and we're back into the spirit world again. We've come to learn our lessons, but we have that idea that people teach us. Oh, we're here to get karma. We're here to do this stuff in our life. What if the lifetime that you're connecting to in this lifetime is a lifetime of service? A lifetime of adjusting and putting in motion that balance within your own life. What if this whole lifetime is that? This whole lifetime could be this journey you're on to affect other people's lives, to affect their connection, their vibration within their life, not yours. And we take it so serious. We take it very serious in our life, serious business in this lifetime. And it's only when we allow ourselves to let go. That's through meditation. That's through connecting to the spirit world, working with the spirit world. Everything we do in the spirit world is letting go, letting ourselves know that we are good enough. I watched a show the other night that says, why are you questioning the creation? Then you're questioning the creator. Everybody's been created exactly who they were supposed to be for the journey they are to take in this lifetime. And all the time, a lot of times we question why that person was made that way. Why are they doing that? Why are they this? Then we have to ask ourselves, are we questioning the creation? Are we questioning the creator? Why did the creator create that? Why did the creator put that in motion? So we have to ask ourselves, when a lot of us are probably not going to be able to get meditative state and go, oh, I can sit. Some people just can't sit. Some people can't put themselves in motion. They can't sit. So Not everybody's going to be able to sit and meditate and get quiet. Not going to be able to do that. A lot of people need to walk, need to do that meditation by walking or connecting that vibration, get themselves into the spirit world. Maybe you can just do it by sleeping, by being downloaded at night when you're sound asleep, and in your sleeping mode, you have that downloading of information being downloaded into your body. Because I still feel like we're plugged into the universe when we sleep, and we're being downloaded information into our being. As long as we know that we can accept it and we understand it, it'll be downloaded into our being as we sleep and as we are in our down moment, our downtime. More information is downloaded. That's why you have to explain to your guides, I need to know that. Could you show that to me? Could I have that connection to that? If we do that, then spirit will start to bring guides, people, past lives, into your auric field to give you the information. You might be going through something in your life in this lifetime that has a strong connection to something in a past incarnation, a past existence in your life. That energy within yourselves will now appear as possibly a guide or protector for you, but it's really just you talking back to yourself of the experiences you had in a past life and an incarnation. Life is supposed to be a journey, and that's what it's supposed to be. But along the journey doesn't mean you have to be dragged behind a station wagon for 56 miles and go, what the heck happened here? Until you realize that there are other people in the spirit world to help you. You're not pulling the wagon alone. You're not going in that vibration alone. Spirit does not leave you. They don't go to the spirit world and forget all about you, and they don't come back to visit. They're sitting there patiently waiting for you to communicate with them. To communicate your guides, you might say, well, I don't see guides. But the guides are always there. They're there, sitting there, wanting to communicate with your being, wanting to communicate with you. So you have to ask yourself, how am I communicating with spirit? How? Clairsentient, clairvoyant, clairgustient. How do you sense spirit? How do you feel them? Maybe you're just empathic. Maybe you just sense it. You sense it, you're empathic. I can feel danger, Lou. So what is your empathic abilities telling you when you venture into the spirit world, where you place your intent? I did table tipping the other week or so, and I had a very negative person in the audience. He's negative, very negative. He's very negative. But the table wasn't moving the way it should have moved. It wasn't doing its thing because of the energy that was in the space. We have negative energy going into the vibration, or we have this whole situation going on with it, probably not going to see the good parts of the spirit world. Placing yourself in the spirit world is through this conscious effort. Spirit wants to speak to you, but they don't go out of their way to just jump in your vibration and go, good morning, we're here. No, they wait for you to make that first contact with them. Then you build on that first contact to make the line to the spirit world stronger. And that's why when we teach mediumship, when we teach this connection to spirit, when we teach healing modalities, when we teach all this stuff, it is more to build your vibration so you're a better transmitter for the spirit world. Better transmitter, better vibration, turn the volume up, get a better sound, a better energy from the spirit world. But I still travel with people that have gone to spirit. I still travel with them. I still work with them. I still are part of their vibration. I still see them in my dream state. I see them in my meditative state. I see them walking with me, talking to me. So the question here is, I understand that they're still there. They're still working with me. Vibration. If I, like me, I knew my wife's parents longer than I knew my parents. My parents were long in spirit. Now I knew my wife's parents longer than I knew them. So I consider them more my parents because I knew them longer. So when I get to the spirit world, am I going to be with my wife's family? Which that'll be a little crazy. But am I going to be with my family? See, the question is what family am I going to venture towards because of the life lesson I learned in this lifetime? Where am I going to place myself? So you might not get to the place you think you are in the spirit world, because maybe you grew past that. Maybe those people were just in your life to get you to a certain point of the vibration for you. But these other people are the ones that took you the rest of your life. They were part of your vibration for the rest of your life, not that small point of birth, of your teenage years, and then they're gone. The other people were there for the rest of your life. I'm just going to feel like for the rest of the story. It's for the rest of the vibrations you're on this earth plane. So find through meditation, there's Google, there's all kinds of stuff. Find a meditation, whether it's 3D, whether it's some meditational music, vibrational rates, whatever this is that works for you. Find something that works for you, because there's a lot of work that you can do by kind of just trying it out on Google. See if it actually works for you. Does it click for you? Does it work for you? And you might look at it and go, no, I don't like that. Then don't do that. Then don't put that in motion. Take that off the list and go, no, it doesn't work for me. Find what works for you, what fits the vibration for you, that places you in that mode, that out of yourself. When mediums work, we do things to take our mind out of our way so we can become that channel. Same thing with meditation. You're taking yourself out of the way to be into the meditation. Whatever meditation you do, you're taking yourself out and placing yourself off on a shelf, allowing you to be that channel to move to the spirit world. When we get to the spirit world, there's all this connection. We think that, oh my God, we're just going to walk into the city with the guides. No. You stand outside the city, see the cities. There are many mansions on the other side. I go to prepare a place for you. Many mansions, many dimensions, many places to see from where you were sitting. But your guides, your family relatives, will come to you. You do not venture into the city, because if you're in the city, if you tell me, Lewis, I'm in the city, I am in the spirit world, I'm in the city, then you're dead and you're in spirit, and I am not speaking to you right now. You're no longer here. Because if you're in the city, it means that you have passed to the spirit world. You have moved to the spirit world. You're allowed to go in that. You're allowed to see that. But I've seen the city many times through my lifetime, through near-death experiences and situations. I have been placed in a place where my guides were, where they wanted me at that point. Then I would venture from that situation and be able to speak to them, be able to talk to them. One of the first times I had a near-death experience, I ventured off to this rock face. And I was saying, oh, I'm supposed to be bright lights. I'm supposed to be a tunnel. I'm supposed to see other stuff. But I didn't see that. All I saw was a rock face and me sitting in a chair next to the rock face. And the rock face started talking to me. Faces started appearing and the rock face started speaking to me. And through that vibration, I got an understanding of where I was. And I wasn't allowed to go into the spirit world, or any further into the spirit world, because I was not going to be here at this space long enough to go. Second time I went, I was passed away for longer. I moved to a different vibration where family and members were talking to me, speaking to me and speaking to me, telling me that I had to go back. I couldn't stay, but they wanted to make sure I was okay. But remember, there's always somebody on the other side that stands with you. I don't care if you don't have any family members left, anybody left, any vibration, you still have somebody that is assigned to be your pilot, to take you to the other side. Nobody dies alone. Nobody's all by themselves. Spirit is always there. When you start to make your rebirth into the spirit world, when you make that rebirth into the spirit world. So when you make that passing from here to the spirit world, then you take this lifetime, this incarnation, this vibration you're in right now, that becomes part of your cell memory. Then when you get over to the other side, you go, I'd like to go back. I'd like to go back down there. Now, you take on another memory for that lifetime, because now you're going to do a whole different memory. But that cell memory from this lifetime is still within your being. And you can pull from it. You can pull from that memory of the spirit world. And when I do meditations and I have people go to different places, but the question here is, if you allow yourself to go deep within your being to a due part of that spiritual growth, that spiritual vibration, talk to yourselves, talk to your being first. Ask yourself what you need to see. What do your guides feel like is best for you to see at this moment in the spirit world? And then allow them to transport you to that space. You might end up in a place that you have no idea. You've never understood this. It doesn't look like a place that you've been before. It could be a place, another dimension, a place somewhere else, some other vibration. But you probably lived a lifetime there. And experiences or situations in that lifetime will affect you. It's always this whole thing is the spirit world. When you get to the spirit world, did you walk off into the spirit world on solid ground? Did you have concrete? Did you have no path at all? Were you just walking through grass, through woods? Where did you end up when you first closed your eyes and you visualized yourself being near the spirit world? What did you see? That first connection, that first vibration, what are you personally seeing as they're trying to communicate with you from the spirit world? We have to realize that they're at a higher vibration than we are. They vibrate at a higher rate than we are. So their conversations and situations are not going to be as clear as they should be if we were connected directly with them. So at first, we're going to get this idea of a place, a vibration. Where do they want you to go? Is it a path? When I say walk through the gate, and there's no gate for you to walk through. Well, there's a meaning for that. There's a connection, a meaning for that vibration. A meaning for that vibration. I have to look up on the internet today because we have a friend of ours house here. She's gone, but friend has left the top door open on her house. The top door, and 3 crows came flying out of her house this morning, right in front of me. I'm going, oh, 3 crows might have some kind of connection to me. I'm always watching to see what spirit does. What are they trying to show me? Whether I see butterflies, whether I see crows, owls, hawks, there's a message. The reason I was there at that given moment, see that given sight. There's a reason why my guides want me to see it. There's a message within that, and a meaning with that. And sometimes we're in this spiritual work, we think our guides should be more forthcoming. Oh my God, oh Jesus, could they just kind of be really? No, it's a scavenger hunt. A lot of it is a scavenger hunt. They give you information, they give you symbols, they give you situations to try to move you in a direction that's working for you. The stronger you become at reading the symbols, the stronger the information will become that you see. The stronger the information will come. As long as you believe the symbols, the vibrations, you keep working at that situation within your life. That includes where we are in the spirit world. We're all going to go back to where we're supposed to be. We don't go hiding off in some distant land somewhere on incognito, head off somewhere where nobody can find us. We go back exactly to the spirit world of where we left it. Where we left it. Where we left when we entered this lifetime. There was a reason in that lifetime why we entered this lifetime, why we entered this vibration, why these things have happened to us, why everything has been put in motion in our lives, and why we eventually end up back in the spirit world, but we end up back where we first got our ticket. Then we have to explain what we did with all this stuff in our lives. What did we do? Who did we affect? How did we affect it? What did we do in this lifetime? And then we venture off somewhere else. That's the question here is when you're in this lifetime, what do you want to see? I like going to the Hall of Records. I like seeing my records, my book, see what I'm doing with it, see what's happening to it. I like going other places in the spirit world, speaking with my father and my mother, different people in the spirit world. I have that seat that I sit and talk to them and have a conversation with them. I speak to my guide Lucerne, my guide Jeff. I have other guides in my vibration to speak to. So I have that communication going with them, but I've been doing it for a while. And most of you might be at the first part of your cycle going, I don't know. Well, how am I supposed to do that? First, just work on your breathing. Just do that. Don't try to meditate. Don't breathing. So that when you're in meditation and your father or somebody shows up, you don't go, and you lost them. You lost that. You fell out. You fell out of that vibration with spirit. Now you're all excited. Now you want to get back. You want to get back exactly to where it was. And you can't. Now it will be the same energy again. You won't see the same vibration again. So now you have to build the energy, build the breath again. If you do that again, you drop out again. So by learning how you breathe, so when something appears, something like gets your attention, you will still be breathing. You won't drop out. You won't have to concentrate on your breathing as you move into that vibration or move into that spirit world. The question here is finding where you want to be, where that connection is in your life, how you perceive spirit, how you connect to the spirit world for anything you want in your life. So I said, in this lifetime and a past lifetime, an incarnation, you were extremely wealthy. You had more money than God. Lifetimes, you were extremely healthy. You had beautiful people, beautiful friends, beautiful family members, beautiful, wonderful. That's still within your family vibration and your cell growth and your cell connection. So when you breathe and you're breathing in this information, you're checking in like a small computer. You're checking in the vibrations within your auric field. That's why you asked yourself, best thing I've ever done was ask my guides, if there's something I've missed, something I should be looking at, something I should be putting in motion, please show me. If we allow ourselves to see it, not just to listen to how everybody else has made a journey, read a book, oh my God, that person had a journey, I can't do it, I wish I could. It's the work, it's doing the work, the spiritual work. And you're going to get as far as you want in this work. As high as you want to go, as high as you want to connect to spirit, you will arrive there. It has to be that way. It's like, you might not get to where I am. I've been doing it over 60-some years. But the question is, if you keep working at it, the energy will keep raising its vibration. Read a book the other day about mediumship, connecting to the spirit world is like playing the piano. Some people play the piano extremely well. They're extremely, oh my God, they're powerful at it. And others punch out chopsticks. They can still play the piano, not at the caliber that others play the piano. So maybe you might not play the piano as a concert pianist, but you play the piano pretty good. You can understand how it works. Work at that first. Work at that connection first. If you're really good at playing something or putting something in motion, don't rethink that and say, well, you know, if you can play the piano, then play the piano the best you can play. You might be a concert pianist and you don't have to even worry about it, and you're really good at it. But some of us have to work at it. We have to kind of work at the situation to get better at it. Might play the same song for 6-8 months, and all of a sudden we get a new concert piece, and we get to play something else. Don't quit on your mediumship. Don't quit on your connection. You might not have the connection like everyone else, but you'll have the connection which is meant for you, where you are at this moment, not where you think you should be, not where you think you like, oh my God, Lou, I should be there. Where are you now? Where is your vibration at this point in the auric field? Everything about us signifies blessings. And when we go to the spirit world, speak to my father, my grandmother, my mother, different people in the spirit world, they always have this love for me. They always have this love for my connection. So spirit always loves you. They always have that strong connection in your auric field because they are back in the spirit world. They have been come in contact with all of their life lessons, all their incarnations. They know that you're still on your journey in this lifetime. You're still affecting the universal energy. So thinking logically in our lives, why would Spirit hate you if they are there to help you? Why? Why would they disrupt? Because a lot of times we have people in our lives, we don't know why Spirit put them with us, why Spirit put them in this lifetime, why Spirit decided that this is what we needed. Maybe they were in that for that moment, that vibration within your life to move you to a level that's going to have you see a different picture of the vibration around you. Then they dissipate and they leave. But they placed you where you needed to see. So usually when things negative happen in your life, it's not the negative situation that's happening. What are you seeing because it happened? Are different people arriving in your life? Different things are going on, different things happening. What's going on because it is happening? Not because it happened. What do you see because it happened? And then venture your step that way. When you sit at some of these vibrations, you know, I can't see Spirit, never been able to see Spirit, never be able to see, probably won't see Spirit. Because you're telling yourself, you're telling your guides, I don't want to see Spirit, I've never seen them, don't want to see them. Or if you tell yourself, I had a lady the other day says, Lewis, I'm 90 years old. I'm probably going to work till I drop dead. Well, might just have to do that, dear, because you're telling your guides you want to do that. You're telling them that's what you want. That's what you want to explain from over there. It's what you tell them, what you explain to them, what you're going to see. And here, finding yourself in the spirit world. Where do you envision? You can always ask your guide, say, you know, guys, I'm going to go to sleep. Where am I going to be when I move to the spirit world? What's the view I get? What are we going to see? You go to sleep. Might take a couple of weeks, but you'll have some very vivid dreams of places that were placed in front of you. An idea placed in front of you. Trust yourself. Trust yourself. We're all a little empathic. Fight or flight. We kind of understand people. We look at people. We go, "Ooh, they're not good for us." That's the only way we don't listen to ourselves. We go, "Oh, I'm going to go help them." But we already told ourselves they weren't too good. They weren't somebody that we should be mixing with. We allowed ourselves to move in that direction anyway. And then our life starts to go in a little mode. Not because it's our life lesson, but we have taken on life lessons from other individuals that we have to see through before we can move back to our path, move back to our journey. So when you're on the journey of your life, explain to your guys, no, this isn't working for me. No, guys, let's do this. At least show me if there's something I need to do to move in a different direction. The reason you're finding yourself in the spirit world while you're still here is to get information from your guides, from your higher self, from teachers, master teachers, instructors on the other side. You're allowing them to try to give you energy, vibrational energy into your being. So I had a lady the other day tell me, says, Lewis, you told me I'm ungrounded. Well, some people, we have to be ungrounded. We can't be grounded. We cannot be grounded our whole life. Well, then we wouldn't see the whole picture. We wouldn't see the whole vibration. We have to get ungrounded every once in a while, get that panoramic view, see where we're at. Like pushing your head push your head above the trees, get a panoramic view, then drop back down. You still have to take in the view every once in a while, that view, that vibration. And that's the same thing with meditation. When you venture, you close your eyes, you visualize yourself somewhere. Where do you see yourself? If you're at the top of the stairs, are you at wood stairs, stone stairs, dirt stairs? Or there's weeds here? Is there grass here? Are you walking down a hill? What kind of stairs are you on? What kind of stairs have you ventured? Have you visualized? Because the producer, me, if I do this, I would tell you, stand at the top of the stairs. I don't tell you what type of stairs. I'll tell you where you should set yourself, but I only just tell you where should you stand. Then you visualize in your own being what you see there at that moment. Those are the things you keep track of because you're your psychic alphabet. They're going to give you information. They're going to give you connection to the spirit world. They're going to give you connections to the situations going on around you. So you keep track of that, especially if you see like a stone in this meditation. You go, that's strange. I saw that lapis stone. Then you go in meditation again, there's that lapis stone again. And somebody enters your life, says, oh, by the way, you should probably wear some lapis. There's an energy, the vibration all has a connection of us gently being pushed down the path, getting the information from the spirit world to adjust our lives in a direction which fit us. We can gently go through the path, find our journey through the vibration, and comfortable. Or we can be, like I said, drag behind a station wagon for 10, 15 miles. Then figure out how that's going to work for you. Are you still going to be in one place once they're finished driving the car? Or have you allowed somebody else to drive the car for you? I have a strong connection in my lifetime. I've had illnesses in my life that have been from past life incarnations, from family tree stuff, different things in my life. I got it. But I didn't sign a contract. I've never seen a contract. So I have to visualize that. If I didn't see a contract, and that's not readily available into my cell memory, that means I can change it. I can reassess it. I can move up. I can move to higher ground. So always understand that you can move to higher ground. Nothing in your life is impossible for spirit to fix. Nothing. So you have to be able to say, you can fix that. When I did a healing on somebody and I told her, I said, she said, oh, my lungs are getting hot. I said, well, it's just God healing you, dear. She said, well, God can't heal emphysema. Well, you're probably not going to get healing today, because you already told me that God can heal what you have in your life. But spirit world can heal anything, can work with any modality, any vibration, and be able to bring it to balance. Balance in our lives. And that's what we're really looking for, is balance, a connection to balance. Trust yourself. It's like whether you say, well, I don't know what spirit wants. Spirit is going to guide us to where we need to be. As I said here, a lot of times your guides are probably people that were assigned to you. It's your helpers, your guides in a certain time, because they have experienced this lifetime, experienced where you're going. There's no sense of putting a shoe salesman in your vibration when you have to be a brain surgeon in this lifetime. You're going to have people in this lifetime that are traveled or worked in that field or that vibration within your life, through your life. It's not going to be, you're not going to have a bunch of crazy yahoos in your life and think that, oh my God, this is what I've got. You have these master teachers, instructors that are following you, plus that cell memory from a past life, an incarnation that can be brought to the surface in this lifetime and give you the information. When I do Lucerne, Lucerne speaks about working with the spirit world, connecting to a higher sense of consciousness, walking in the walk. And if we understand that we're always walking in the walk, now we might be out of cadence, might not be walking in cadence, but we might be a little off center, or a little off our walks along. It could be because of health, situations, vibration, people, situation of life, our cadence is a little off. We're not completely off the path. We're still on the path. We're just not walking as fast or where we feel like we need to be at this time. That's when you ask your guide, say, okay, guys, this isn't working. There's something going on. Show me what I need to do. Or bring the people in my life, situation in my life, to show me what I need to do. Then watch what appears in the vibration for you. But watch. I had a lady the other day that she kept seeing butterflies, monarchs. I go, well, they probably have to have something to do with your health there. I don't know. There's probably something have to do with your health. And this lady that's an acupuncturist, doctor, vibration, where we live, she has a large monarch butterfly on her van. She just happened to run into that lady walking beside her van, and she says, I can help you, dear. And now she's feeling a lot better. She's back walking in cadence because she met the lady who drove the van that had the monarch on it. But if we understand that we are placed in these situations, and it's not like we're going to miss them, not like we're going to say, oh my God, no, I think I missed it. Sometimes we don't pay attention. We don't look at it and weigh the possibilities of how that's affected us a few times. If you see a Cocker Spaniel and you see it again, somebody walks up to your door with a Cocker Spaniel, they want to go out to dinner with you, probably there's a message there. There's something going on because that kept showing up. When I ventured with Lucerne and go into deep meditations and go into trance and I get pulled out of my body and Lucerne takes over, I'm placed in places in the spirit world. So I know I can't get into the cities. I'm either with Tobias, different people in the spirit world, sitting somewhere in a room, by a beach, by a bench. I'm placed somewhere where I can speak to my loved ones, where I can speak to people from the spirit world. I just can't go within the city. They have to come to me. But I still have to make that effort to get some part to them. I can't expect to sit and do nothing and them to appear. I have to do my part to make that situation happen. And that's through trying to keep myself balanced. I know all of us don't all the time have totally balanced people in our lives. So sometimes we have to kind of weigh the possibilities of how many we need to keep, how many we need to usher on their own, let somebody else take care of them, and keep the people that we feel that we can work with the best in our lives. Well, trust yourself. It's like that's not the question of finding a place. What do you see when you first get into meditation? I have a joy guide who will bring me flowers. I know what the meditation's going to be, the color of the flowers, color of the base, and what the guide brings. Kind of know where we're going, kind of get an idea because they set the program before I start. So when you go into meditation, what is the first frame of the show? What have they shown you? What have they connected to you? What are they trying to show you of what the journey is going to be? The journey still comes down to what you ask them, what you explain to them and say, okay, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's have information about this. Focus your intent in that direction. When I was trying to find my half-sister many years ago, and it was this whole vibration of me trying to find her. And the whole question was, all of a sudden we ended up outside of Jacksonville, outside of the city hall in Jacksonville. And I was outside, didn't find the paperwork, didn't have this whole situation. I yelled despair. I said, yeah, you got me running around trying to find this paperwork. How am I going to find her? And this lady heard me. And she said, well, what are you looking for? I said, well, I gave her my sister's name. And she said, oh, no problem. She opened her trunk, went through some files. And said, oh, here's your sister's file. So I happened to be in the right place at the right time to find that file. And if we allow ourselves to talk to them, explain to them what we're looking for, ask for the health, the balance, the situations of our lives, what are you looking for? What do you expect yourself to have in your life? What? People of the spirit world, now they've passed, they've gone to the spirit world. They're there. They're able to travel back and forth to this world to help, to encourage. Not here to disrupt our lives because they can't talk to us then. But they are there from the spirit world to guide us. So when people leave here on this earth plane, they go back to their space in the spirit world. But since they were raised with you in this lifetime, married to you, connected to you in this lifetime, they still have that vibrational sliver of situations within their life that they are connected to you as you live upon this earth plane, bringing energy, balance, and connections to you to help you along your journey. They just don't go back to the spirit world and just disappear forever. They're there, and they're there to help you Now, you might find out that you've talked, you want to talk to a husband or somebody that's passed the spirit. They haven't talked to you yet. They haven't come forward yet. Maybe the vibration isn't because they can't come forward. Maybe the vibration is because you are at a space in your life that the loved one, that connection to that person who has passed the spirit, cannot be visualized within your life at this moment, because you have to have other people within your life to get you through a certain situation in your life to get you to where you need to be. Love will show up, but maybe not this moment, not this vibrational moment, because you cannot have them here right at this minute. And you might say, well, that's crazy, though. They should just show up because they're my husband, they're my son, they're my child, they're my mother. They should just show up. They show up when they're supposed to show up. When you can ask them to show up, you can ask them to be here, but they will show up in your vibration when they are needed for your energy field upon this earth plane. Because a lot of us, when we do this earth plane situation, we miss the bigger picture, the bigger situation within our lives. It is not the earth plane we need to worry about that's going to affect us on this journey. Is the universal energy that we are personally affecting as we walk this earth plane. And a lot of times we're just part of the universal energy to bring the universal energy to balanced. Sure, bad things happen, situations happen, things happen in people's lives, but to bring the universal energy to balance. And that's all we're looking really in our lives to do, is to balance our lives, to balance us, to balance our being, our situations within our lives. Lucerne, I want to bring Lucerne through for a moment, and I'm going to allow Lucerne to speak a little bit about it today, about being in the spirit world. My voice will change, but the question here is, allow Lucerne to speak to you, because the vibration with Lucerne is a connection to a higher sense of consciousness. When Lucerne comes through, he'll make my voice change, and he'll make me sound British, I think, that I have this whole vibration of what spirit is. But Lucerne is a being that I trance in the vibration of spirit. And as we speak about Lucerne, who I am, Lucerne, you have to realize that in the spirit world, we wait. There are different journeys and different vibrations within the spirit world that will connect to you throughout the world of spirit. You might feel in your life that you need to be here with a certain individual, a certain vibration within your life, a connection within a higher sense of consciousness within your being, but does not mean that that person will be there when you arrive in the spirit world. It doesn't mean that they were there for the full journey within your life. They were there for the time that you needed the energy from that individual that they brought forth in this earth plane to affect you and to bring you to where you needed to be. And that was all they needed to do in this lifetime for you. So don't believe that people will just wander back and forth just because you knew them in this lifetime. None of the times people arrive in your life, things have needed your life in their vibration. Many times we decide the spirit is here. That is, this whole connection of understanding spirit. But understanding where we are in the spirit world. We don't live in a room or a place where you call yourself, that is where they're going to be. We travel. We move through the spirit world, helping and encouraging as we go. And when you leave this earth plane, you will not go sit somewhere. Put your feet up and call it a day. You will be drafted into another vibration in your life to follow through the spirit world, to learn, to encourage the universal mind. And as you encourage the universal mind, it also encourages the vibration within you. It raises you to that level of understanding. You picked your life. We didn't pick it. You picked the life. There are many lives. Think of your life when you came here. There was a bulletin board on the doorway out of the spirit world. People that we need to work here in the earth plane, the notices were put up for those lifetimes because we needed people to take those lifetimes to affect the universal mind. You're the one that reached up on the bulletin board and grabbed that lifetime before somebody else could grab it. You decided, that's mine. That is what I want to learn. That is what I want to accomplish. So know that you picked it. You picked the vibration to enter this earth plane and to live that life. Don't blame spirit for what things have happened in your life, because it is never spirit's journey to affect you in that direction. The journey is yours. All we do is run along the vibration. Think of us, guides in the spirit world, as your beautiful little flower girl at the wedding. We're running in front of you, throwing rose petals through the path. Whether you smell them, walk on them, pick them up is up to you. But we're slinging them as fast as we can for you to pick your attention. So don't think yourself as being this bad person in this lifetime. Maybe something happened in your life that propelled you in a direction that you had to affect the universal mind. You're not destroyed on the other side and disrupted. You are placed somewhere where we judge, you judge yourself worse than any of us in the spirit world could ever do to you. We aren't judging you. We aren't judging your vibration of how you manage the path. We help you. We encourage you. We hope you find the journey that blesses you when you're here and learn the life lessons that you chose from that bulletin board from the other side. But you chose it. You chose your parents. You chose this life. Where you are is what you can change. Not where you're going. Where are you today? What is going on with you today within your life? That is what you can change in your life, not the future. If you're always looking to change the future might never be here because you'll never get a chance to change it because it will not appear in front of you the same way you're envisioning it at this time. Allow yourself to find that journey, that vibration within your life that you feel comfortable with. People might think you're eccentric, you're crazy. You should probably put away in your life because you're not doing it exactly the way they do. But you're doing it how you perceive it. Don't follow the path that everybody else is following. Follow the path that you deserve, that you want in your life. Not what everyone else has decided that you should do. Lewis was supposed to follow a path in his life as a medium, a spiritual worker. Now he could have followed that path in many modalities and trials, had in front of him as a Catholic priest, as an evangelist, as other vibrations to do the spiritual work. But he picked this offshoot path, heading off into the mountains. So don't think the Main Street path is the path you need to find in your life. Maybe that offspring, that little deserted path along the way, maybe that's your path. No one's traveled it for a while, but it's a pretty decent path for you. Find the path that you decide that works for you. Don't follow the crew. Don't follow the vibration. Because you'll get back here to the spirit world and we'll place you in a little waiting room, waiting for you to get back to the bulletin board to pick another lifetime. Because you didn't pick the right lifetime, the right journey in this one. Now you're going to have to come back. Have to find the path again. But remember, when you're on the other side, you pick life. You get to the door. We give you all the provisions. We give you all the provisions that you need. Give you your guides, the people to work with you. We give you the family members that are already here on the earth plane to help and encourage you. We do all that for you, and down you come. But the problem is from there to here, you lose the memory. It's within yourselves, though. And that's what Lewis is trying to teach you.